My son feelings. One bright morning, I walked slowly to my son's room. I felt calm yet curious about what I might learn today. The gentle sunlight filled the hallway, and I noticed how quiet the house was. I held the handle of the door with care, knowing that the moment ahead might change my view of his inner world and feelings forever. This calm beginning filled me with gentle hope for new lessons. When I opened the door, a soft light greeted me. I saw many toys neatly placed and books on the desk. My son was sitting on his bed with an open notebook in his hand. The air was filled with a sense of mystery and gentle sadness that hinted at a deeper secret hidden in his thoughts. I felt as if the room held secrets waiting to be uncovered. I walked slowly inside, careful not to disturb him. He was concentrating and scribbling his feelings in his notebook. I could see his eyes looking far away, as if he was talking to his inner self. There was a quiet heaviness in the room that made me wonder about his hidden emotions and simple struggles. As I came closer, I heard his soft voice murmuring words to himself. I caught simple phrases and questions in his gentle tone. It was clear that his mind was full of many thoughts. I listened carefully, trying to understand the meaning behind each quiet word he expressed with care. I heard him say softly, "Why do my parents love my sister more? Why are we treated so strangely? Am I not enough?" His words were clear and full of hurt. I felt sadness and worry as his voice trembled gently, revealing a secret thought that showed his silent pain and his longing for fairness. Those words struck me like a gentle, painful breeze. I sat on a chair near his bed, feeling the weight of his emotions. I knew his feelings were real and simple, yet they cut deeply. My heart filled with concern as I thought about how even small words could reveal a big gap in a child's sense of worth and belonging. I called softly, "My dear, I am here for you." I tried to bring warmth into the quiet room with my gentle voice. I wanted to help him feel safe and loved without any judgment. In that moment, I hoped that our simple conversation would start healing his hidden worries and fragile self-esteem. He looked up with tearful eyes as I sat beside him. "I feel lonely and different," he whispered in a trembling tone. I listened carefully, my heart aching with simple love. The room filled with a soft silence that held both pain and hope, inviting us to speak more about his inner feelings. I gently asked, "Can you tell me more about your feelings?" My voice was calm and clear as I waited for his reply. I wanted to understand every simple word and quiet pause. It was important that he did not feel alone in his thoughts or burdened by the unspoken sorrow in his heart. He hesitated before speaking, his eyes fixed on a small toy on the floor. "I sometimes feel less important than my sister," he admitted in a soft, shaky tone. His words were plain but heavy with sadness. I knew then that we had to talk honestly about these feelings with simple words and clear care. I replied in a gentle whisper, "You are very important to me. I love you more than words can show." I used simple language to ease his worries and remind him that love is not measured by numbers. I hoped that my clear, plain words could bridge the gap between his pain and the warmth of our family love. Then I said, "Your sister is different, and so are you. Every part of my heart is for each of you." I hoped these words would fill the gap that made him feel less loved. I spoke in clear, simple sentences, explaining that every child is special and loved in a unique way, without any need for comparison. He listened quietly as I spoke about the many ways parents show love. I explained that sometimes love is shown in a warm hug, and sometimes in a kind word. I told him, "I hug you because I care. I speak to you because I want your smile to stay." My words were plain, yet they carried the deep truth of a parent's love. After a long pause, he asked in a soft voice, "But why does she get more hugs sometimes?" I took his small hand and replied, "I give hugs to you both in my own simple way. Some days she seems very happy, and other days you show quiet strength." I hoped my clear words would help him understand the gentle care we share. We sat together in silence for a little while, each lost in our own thoughts. I pondered how fragile a child's feelings can be. I promised myself to listen carefully and speak with simple kindness. In that quiet pause, I wished the world understood that even small words can carry deep, heartfelt meaning. Later, I invited him to join me in the living room for a light conversation. We walked slowly, and I asked, "What did you enjoy at school today?" My gentle questions were meant to shift his focus from sadness to the simple joys of life. Our soft dialogue brought a small spark of hope into his heart. When we sat down, I continued with soft, simple questions. "What do you like to do in your free time?" I asked with genuine care. He replied, "I like to draw and read stories." His voice carried a faint smile, and I felt happy knowing his interests. In our plain conversation, our bond grew as we shared honest thoughts. I said, "Your drawing is very special and shows your heart." I wanted him to know that each small activity reflects his unique self. I explained that through simple art and clear words, he could share his feelings with the world. His creative hobby became a safe place for him to express his inner beauty. During our conversation, my daughter joined us quietly. I said, "We are a family, and each of you is loved in your own way." Her warm smile added calm to our talk. The moment reminded me that simple family support can heal small hurts and bring everyone closer with care and honesty. My daughter then asked, "How can we show more love for each other?" Her small voice filled the room with hope. I explained that love grows when we speak kind words and do simple acts of care. In our everyday talk, each kind word was like a seed that would bloom into understanding and warmth. I suggested, "Let us talk about our happy memories together." I recalled a day in the park when we laughed under the soft sunshine. I described how we all sat under a big tree and shared small joys. My warm, clear voice reminded them that every good memory builds a stronger family over time. In our gentle conversation, my son shared more about his worries. "I feel very quiet in class," he admitted slowly. His simple words revealed that he sometimes felt invisible. I explained that many children feel unsure at school and that learning to speak up is a step-by-step process filled with care. Listening carefully, I said, "Your quiet side is a part of who you are and it is very special." I urged him not to hide his feelings because every part of him deserves care. My simple, honest words were meant to heal the small hurt he felt. I hoped he would understand that being quiet does not mean being less loved. His eyes shone with a little light as he began to smile. I continued, "You have many talents, and your quiet strength is one of them." I explained that being calm is not a weakness, but a thoughtful way to see the world. I hoped my plain words helped him believe in his unique inner light and value. Then I told him a simple story about a tiny seed that grew into a strong tree over time. I described how the seed was cared for every day with water and light. "Every small step matters," I said clearly. I wanted him to see that his feelings and efforts, though small now, would grow into something strong and beautiful. We continued our talk as he asked softly, "How can I be more like my sister sometimes?" I answered simply, "You are already enough just as you are." I explained that every person has good days and bad days. My plain words were meant to help him see his own bright parts without comparing himself to anyone else. I added gently, "Sometimes we all feel unsure, and that is okay." I encouraged him to speak openly when he felt hurt or alone. My words were simple and warm, meant to comfort him. I reminded him that feelings, like a soft wind, come and go, and that trusting his inner light is a way to feel better. The room filled with a calm spirit as our conversation went on. I shared that many people feel different sometimes, and that it is natural to feel weak. I said, "Every person is unique, and love grows in many ways." My plain explanation helped us both see that every feeling has a special place in our safe, loving home. Seeing him grow a little brighter, I asked him to show his drawing from earlier. He slowly reached for his sketch pad and presented a picture of a tree under a bright sun. I smiled and said, "This drawing is very good and full of life." His art, like his simple feelings, proved his hidden voice and the gentle strength of his creativity. We then sat together and shared simple stories about our day. My daughter told a small but lively tale of a fun moment at school, and my son listened with quiet interest. I absorbed every word, knowing that each little experience adds a chapter to our family story. Our plain talk made each moment feel connected and hopeful. As the evening light grew soft, I suggested a small family game to share fun and ideas. I said, "Let us play a game that helps us share our thoughts in a simple way." The game was easy and filled with small moments of laughter and clear words. Our shared play reminded us that even simple acts can bring us closer. During the game, my son and daughter took turns speaking in short, clear sentences. They asked each other questions about their favorite memories and little dreams. Their voices were calm yet honest, and the game filled the room with warm laughter and understanding. I saw that sharing feelings in a plain way made even a simple game joyful. We all agreed to share one good thought or worry each day. I said, every day let us talk about one simple feeling, good or bad. This small idea was meant to build trust between us. It made our family bond stronger because every kind word was a step toward understanding. Even simple thoughts can build a big heart when shared with care. Later that night, after the game, my son and daughter joined me in the living room for a quiet check-in. The soft lamplight made the room feel warm and safe for small talks. I asked, "What did you learn today about love and feelings?" Their honest answers filled the room with gentle hope and the promise that every day brings a chance to learn. My daughter spoke first, saying, "I learned that love is simple, and we show it by caring for each other." Her clear words made me very happy. Then I asked my son, "What do you feel inside now?" His answer was soft, but revealed that he understood our talk about care and being enough, even when feelings are hard to explain in plain, simple words. I listened carefully to both of them, feeling that our conversation had made us closer. I said, "You both are very special, and my love for you is always true." I reminded them that simple words can carry deep feelings. That evening, our plain talk felt like a promise that future conversations would remain gentle and honest. After our talk, I sat back and looked at the quiet room filled with calm breaths. I thought about how simple, clear words had helped heal small wounds. I hoped these honest moments would guide us in the days to come. In that peaceful space, I promised to always listen and speak with plain care, no matter how heavy my heart felt. In the following days, our family continued to learn from our gentle conversation. I asked each child to draw a picture of a happy day and write one sentence about love. The children enjoyed this simple, creative task. It was not hard work, but a small way to share their warm feelings and practice clear language in a fun, plain manner. One afternoon, I noticed that my son still felt a bit sad. I sat with him in our small garden under a clear blue sky. I asked slowly, "Do you remember our talk about feeling important?" He looked at me with soft eyes and nodded. I held his hand gently and said, "Your feelings matter, and I will always listen to your quiet heart." He began to open up again as we sat in the cool shade of an old tree. I listened as he told me about a small worry from school that made his day hard. His simple words were full of honesty. I repeated in a gentle tone, "You are enough, and you are loved very much," hoping to chase away the tiny shadows of doubt from his pure heart. Later in the evening, we gathered around the dining table for a simple supper. The conversation was light and friendly as our family came together. I asked both children about a small victory from their day. They shared with clear voices, and the plain meal felt full of promise as our bond grew stronger with every shared word. As supper ended, my daughter asked, "Why do we sometimes feel different from each other?" I answered clearly, "We are all different, and that is what makes us a good team." I explained that every unique part of you has a special role in our family. Our conversation was plain and true, showing that differences can add strength. After dinner, we sat together to clean up a little. In the calm quiet, our simple talk continued. I asked my son, "Do you ever wonder why your sister sometimes gets more praise?" His honest tone showed that simple feelings need gentle care. I replied, "We all receive praise in our own way, and your efforts are always seen with love." The soft conversation went on as night grew near. I said, "Every day is a chance to learn about love and care." I reminded them that no one is better or worse. Every simple heart has its own light. I hoped our plain words would help them build a strong sense of belonging with every small emotion cherished in our family. Before bedtime, I took each child aside for a quiet, personal moment. I knelt beside my son and said, "I am proud of you. Your feelings are true and important." In a soft tone, I also reminded my daughter that her kind words bring joy. I wanted them both to know that simple love can heal small hurts and build strength for tomorrow. As the night deepened, I sat quietly in the living room and thought about our day. The soft glow from the lamp and the gentle whisper of the night filled me with calm. I reflected on our talks and the clear words we exchanged. In that silent moment, I promised to always listen and support them with plain, honest care. The next morning, the house felt clean and peaceful after a night of talking things through. I saw my children playing quietly in the yard, smiling in small but kind ways. It was a sign that our conversation had begun to heal old worries. Their light laughter and gentle talk reminded me that simple joy grows slowly in a loving home. In the end, I learned that family love is gentle and filled with simple differences. Every plain word and kind action builds the strong bond we share. I felt that my children were safe and valued in our clear, honest home. That day of open talk changed our view and made our love stronger, proving that simple truth heals every heart. How did you like this story? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you.